Hey guys, Bruce Kittle here, Hidden Pearls Podcast. Mindful Monday, thought for the day and all that kind of stuff. So just back from Chicago after that difficult one there in the old Windy City. They kind of caught up to us, so we'll debrief that another time. But anyway, I hope all of you had a great weekend and are doing well and feeling good. So if you'll join me. So find a position, location that's comfortable for you where you won't be too bothered, and you can settle in a little bit. Could be seated in a chair, on a cushion, laying down, legs up the wall, whatever works. Might be in your car if that's all you got, and it's okay as long as you're not driving. So just settle in, get comfortable, and if you're seated, and just kind of think about having an alert posture, the straight back, top of your head kind of being pulled to the sky lightly and gently without too much force and not being too rigid. So anyway, we'll do a little check-in here and get some breath work. So if you'll join me, and if you're comfortable, feel free to close your eyes and settle in, whatever works for you. So we're inhaling in and exhaling out. We often do the inhale wide, exhale tall. We can do that. So we'll inhale wide. Feeling the lungs fill up and shoulders back expand, and exhaling nice and tall as your spine gets pulled vertical and strong, head to the ceiling. So we'll do a few box breaths. Inhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 1, 2. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just let your breath come back to kind of a normal breath for you. And find your own pace and just kind of settle in. We'll give you just a moment or two here to, in your own quiet, in your own peace, in your own mind, kind of just check in with your body, your thoughts, emotions. See what's there that you can acknowledge, notice, but not get swept up in, and just kind of set to the side for these few moments. So continuing with your breath, just a little bit of guided meditation here as we work through this. So I breathe in, I breathe out. I breathe in, I breathe out. I breathe in, and I'm here. Breathe in, and I know I am here. I breathe in, I feel my lungs fill, my heart beat, my pulse in my veins. I breathe in, I feel grounded to myself, to my body, to my spirit. I breathe in, I feel my connection to earth, ocean, sky, and land. I breathe in. I feel and know my connection to spirit, to universe, to the energy that surrounds us. I breathe in. I feel my connection to all things living, all people, and to all feelings. I breathe in strength, confidence, courage, and I breathe out any fear, doubt, or weakness. I breathe in. I breathe out. I breathe in healing, love, connectedness. I breathe out all that I no longer need, all doubt, all isolation. I breathe in and I know my connectedness to myself, this body, my thoughts, my spirit. I breathe out all things which separate me and cause me to feel alone. I breathe in and I am healing. I breathe in, I'm a healer. I breathe in and I am healed. I breathe out and I am here. So if you'll kind of come on back, open your eyes when you're comfortable. And today I just wanted to share a thought on, quote for today is, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. That's by Wayne Dyer. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And it made me think a little bit. I listened again to Jake Lazer's Unbreakable book, and he had a piece in there toward the end about survivor responsibility, which in the veteran world we hear a lot about, and just in general, survivor guilt. And if you go through something traumatic with some other people, and you survive it and some folks don't, it can lead to this kind of why me and all that kind of stuff. So the thought in at least MVP, and the thought from this concept was that your pain and your struggles, the obstacles, the scars, all that kind of stuff, we want to encourage to work at letting those things lift us up and give us strength and give us power, that we might take pride in the scars and the struggles and even the failures, because all those things wrap together to make us who we are. And that's where this whole kind of changing how you look at things, if we change how we view our scars, our failures, maybe some of the things in life that didn't go our way or didn't go as planned, and we see those as building blocks. We see those as things like strength training, and they build resilience in us, and we see how that we can change from it. If we can change the narrative and story around how we see some of those things in our life, then we really can change the things that we look at as well, because sometimes those other things can limit us if we have a narrative or a story that isn't strong, that hasn't used them as a building block, that hasn't used them as a foundation, because everybody has them, and it's a myth to think that we don't, that everybody doesn't have those kind of things. So just encouragement this week to be a bit more gentle with yourself, a bit more forgiving, a bit more filled with grace, and to look at the way in which you look at some of the stories in your mind, in your head, the narrative that you frame it, and see if you can't take those and see them as a strength. See them as something to be grateful for now that you've endured and gone through them, and the failures and the troubles and all the difficulties. And as you work through those things, just think about, maybe don't hide the things that make you different or that you've struggled with, and working toward being okay with those things that make us different. So again, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So if we change the way we look at things, then maybe there's more to us than we might know. And then we can start looking at the things in our lives that we want to accomplish, how we go about doing those things with maybe a little bit more confidence, a little bit more pride, and maybe a little bit more vulnerability too, that we're willing to share that, because the healing with others and our own healing comes from acknowledging and telling our stories, and then sharing those stories with others, and then being there with others without grace, or with grace and without judgment. So let's all a little bit more healing and sharing that stuff, and maybe reframe some of the things that you've been working on. So anyway, so here's to a week thinking about and being mindful of how we look at things and think about our own lives and how we engage with other folks. And I'll be out there trying to spread a little bit more love, a little bit more kindness, and a little bit more joy along the way. So take care and have a great week. Thanks.